Channel 3's bowl game coverage from New Orleans and Jacksonville is sponsored by Warren and Griffin, local lawyers you love.
Welcome into sports, everyone, and welcome back live to Jacksonville, Florida, the site of tomorrow night's Gator Bowl between Indiana and Tennessee. For Tennessee, think about this. From 1-4 to a shot now at an 8-win season. Not your typical season, not even close to your typical season, but that's where Tennessee sits right now. To get to this point, they have learned a lot. Most notably, they learned how to respond when backed into a corner, i.e., winning 6 of their last 7 games.
You find out a lot about yourself and about the people around you when you face adversity. You got to look in the mirror, and I feel like our staff did, our players did, and everybody said, how can I do better? It's easy to always point the finger to somebody else, and the men on our staff, the men on our team did not do that. They figured out how can each one of them improve specifically, and that's something that we did, and we stuck together and through the leadership of these guys up here.
All right, so it goes down tomorrow night here. It goes down tomorrow night here in Jacksonville. Tennessee and Indiana. The Vols, of course, looking for a 4th straight bowl win. Yes, they have not played in a bowl game in 3 calendar years, 2 seasons if you're counting at home. But yes, it would be a 4th straight bowl win. Tennessee's most since winning 5 straight, capping that runoff in 1991. Again, tomorrow night, 7 p.m., the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Tennessee and Indiana will be here tomorrow as well. But we're not moving towards tomorrow yet because there's still some big-time football to be played tonight in New Orleans. The other half of our sports department on the road has you covered. Sports reporter Ben Bobick live with the Georgia Bulldogs at the Sugar Bowl. Hey, Ben.
That's right, Paul. It will be the last of the New Year's 6 bowl games, and it is the Sugar Bowl here in the Superdome here as the number 7 Baylor Bears will take on the number 5 Georgia Bulldogs. A lot of talk about the Dogs not wanting to play in games like this, but I think they're going to want to play in it because they want to avenge that loss from last year. Remember, a year ago, the Texas Longhorns shocking the college football world and knocking off the Bulldogs. They're going to try to avoid that, and this time they'll be taking on the number 7 ranked Baylor Bears, who themselves were also 1 win away from a college football playoff appearance, as were the Georgia Bulldogs, both coming in with 2 losses, looking to prove themselves. And the Georgia Bulldogs have been preparing for that, and they're having a lot of respect for this Matt Rule-led Baylor team.
The biggest thing is I like being able to play a high-quality opponent that we get to play that you respect and know comes from an awesome conference. They played a team in the playoffs to the very end twice, and so you know you've got an opportunity to go out and play a really good football team.
The last time these 2 teams played, 1989. They've played 4 total times. The Georgia Bulldogs winning all 4 of those matchups. They're going to look to make it 5 tonight. Kickoff is set for 8:45 Eastern inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Follow along with myself at Ben Bobick, WRCB on Twitter and on Facebook. We have some in-game updates for you as we watch the Dogs take on the Bears. But Paul, you enjoyed that Florida sun. We'll keep us covered here in New Orleans tonight from the Sugar Bowl.
Thank you, Ben. Looking forward to that coverage from you tonight at 11 in your post-game wrap tomorrow morning and throughout the day tomorrow. We will also be here in Jacksonville, as mentioned. And you heard Ben mention the last time Baylor and Georgia played. Well, how about the last time Indiana and Tennessee played? 1988, 32 years ago, the Peach Bowl. Tennessee, a winner that season. They went in with 9 wins, left the game with 10, won it by the score of, have it right here, 27-22. Again, 1988. So Tennessee looking for a 4th straight bowl win. It's tomorrow, the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl here in Jacksonville. More pregame coverage tonight at 11 from Jacksonville. And as you heard Ben say, he's got you covered from the Sugar Bowl with Georgia and Baylor. WRCB sports team on the road having you covered from all things bowl related. All right, for the final time in the 6 o'clock hour, live in Jacksonville. I'm Paul Sheen, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports. I'll see you at 11.